know
Yeah.
what you're always wanting.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much
your
having
help.
us.
Cheers.
Really
Take care.
appreciate that.
Bye.
Take care. Have a good one. See ya.
Ooh, look at that.
Going anywhere. There you have it. I am the proud owner of a Marshall JTM ST20C. Marshall JTM ST20C. Or at least that's what I thought I'd just bought. Do I look tired?
No,
I am.
I wouldn't say so, but I can guarantee that you're going to say, why didn't you tell me I look tired?
Welcome back to the channel. Did you enjoy the cliff? Did you enjoy the cliffhanger on the last video? Controversial subject. I like them. I like a cliffhanger. If this is the first video that you've seen of ours, welcome aboard. You should probably go and check out the last video we did, which was called The Mystery of the Welsh Marshall Plexi. There is the aforementioned Welsh Marshall Plexi. And I left you at the editing, we can't call it a suite, I left you at the editing chair, and we're going to pick up straight from there. We got back home. What you do when you get back home from a lovely shopping trip, obviously, is you abandon all your responsibilities, your family, your friends, anything you had in the diary, clear all that, and you disappear into the studio for a few hours. So that's what I did with that guy. Set it up, got a mic on it, always do that first, and tatted about with it for 4 hours, as Lou will no doubt tell you. Had a great night. So much fun, in fact, that I built a new Marshall effects block. We're not going to do that today, but here's a quick jangle. That's all for now. I thought you might like to hear the Plexi. I'm so happy with it. But that, folks, is not why you are here. Got up the next day. You know what you do. We've all got those people in our phone book. When you purchase a new thing, you send them a picture of the new thing. And on that day, the person who got the message was my friend of the channel, Mr. Simon Leese, and I sent him the picture of the red Marshall. I was telling him what it was, where I'd got it from, what a lovely day out we'd had. And I told him about the speaker, which I was pretty sure was a 1x12 greenback. You know, I like to obviously get my facts straight, and I had a little look around the back. It was not, friends, a 1x12 greenback. It was something else. It was a 1x10, first of all. And I was like, right, okay. At that point, I Googled that speaker in relation to the kind of wider range. I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about this range. Already, there's been comments from the last video that I've been like, cool. I'm not someone that spends a lot of time looking at specs of stuff and going into that side of things. I think you'd agree, I'm quite an impulsive gear purchaser, which can lead to great successes, but it can also lead you into trouble. The thing about a red amp like that, you know, if I see a red amp, a red Marshall, you know, I'm probably going to buy it. That's the reality of that. Oh, there he is, making his presence known. What a good boy. Hello. You bored? Yes, you're bored, aren't you? Oh, and burping. my initial searches, I looked up that speaker. My initial searches kind of immediately changed everything, It was clear that the amp was not the ST20C at that point. But what was it? Well, what the initial search came back with was that I was looking at as some of you have identified, the SV20C. That is very much not the same thing as the ST20C. Although, weirdly, this one looks quite similar to my untrained eyes. I thought, right, well, I need to sort of double check this. So I go rooting about in the back and we find the barcode in there. So boring, isn't it? All this. What I should be doing is just playing my great new amp that I clearly loved. We find the barcode, and what's great about the internet is that you can just run barcodes, can't you, for your equipment. And I run the barcode in some Marshall gear checker and it comes back as the SV20C. They've rebadged it, you fool. There's a couple of curious things about this SV20C, or there was at that point. And the first one is the red colour. And what a great colour it is. I looked that night for any other red SV20Cs that I could find. After finding that, it was a legit Marshall, I found a kind of much brighter, kind of more garish red amp with a big old mod target on it. I found a purple one that was the same. That seemed to be a newer version of it. And then most of the SV20Cs, I keep saying that name, it's one of those things, eventually it's going to stop making sense. Most of them didn't really look anything like that I found. Certainly not the ones that were out back, when it came out, because this is not a new amp. The ST20C is a new amp. And I think that's why it had come into my consciousness, because, it was a brand new amp at that point. So we've looked it up on the serial number finder. We've Googled it. We can't find any other pictures of a red Marshall, I'm not going to say the name again, apart from the listing at the Knighton Music Centre. Now, you could probably forgive me for being annoyed. I wasn't. We obviously review the footage when we get back from shoots. We're reviewing the footage, and I'm so happy in the footage. It's like, I actually clearly love this amp, and it is kind of exactly what I wanted. We'll come back to that in a sec. What we get to next is that because I could find nothing on the red Marshall on the internet, anything more than I had, I thought, right, sorry, I'm going to call Marshall. So the next day, I got on the phone to Marshall, and I mean, talk about customer service. Man, what a great company. Get through to the reception. Hello, I'm an idiot and I'd like to speak to someone about an amplifier, please. Puts me through to this guy, absolutely lovely bloke, and you can hear him clacking away on his keyboard. He's just straight away into like super helpful customer service mode. He clearly wasn't a customer service guy. He was like a tech, but he was such a nice dude. So respect to Marshall. Such a refreshing change to speak to, someone at like a major gear manufacturer that easily. I think that's fair to say. Get through. Hello, good morning. I'm trying to find out about my amplifier. It's a red SV20C, and I've had a look online, and I bought it yesterday. I bought it from the Knighton Music Centre, and I just can't find anything about it. So any information that you can pass on to me would be much appreciated. Hear him clicking into his computer. Give him the serial number, and he's like, yeah, okay, yeah, it does exist. It is the SV20C. You got a good one there, mate. It was 2022, and it was a one-off custom build from the design store. Basically, Marshall have got a thing where I presume people more famous than me can say, I want leopard skin Marshalls, and they'll just make them for you. So it is, folks, like a red Marshall one-off Plexi. How cool is that? It's almost like it was meant to be. Put the phone down, reassured, and pretty happy with that. the truth is, at no stage, I mean, initially when it was a different amplifier, I was a little bit, oh, what have I done? Because it wasn't cheap. It wasn't like super expensive. But there's that moment of like, oh God, what is it? But, you know, that is the beauty of trying a piece of gear, isn't it? If you look at that footage of me in the shop, I'm just having the best day. And I've played it loads. It is sort of exactly what I wanted, really. Obviously, I then went back online with a slight sense of buyer's remorse and said, like, you know, oh, here's what you could have won, and went and had a look at like the really good video, actually, like the Marshall video where they basically compare. Did I tell you about that? Really good. Really good. Lucy would enjoy that video for sure. Where they compare the different clean sounds. And the clean sound, and I'm not just saying this isn't a cope, the clean sound of that Plexi that they demo, you know, I actually vastly preferred it to the JTM, you know, the ST clean sound, which is what I thought I was buying. And it turns out most of my favourite players, Marshall players, Plexi players, used the amp that this was based on. So, I mean, that should tell you two things. One, that I should probably learn more about amplifiers. And two, that I shouldn't probably be quite so impulsive when it comes to buying them. I think at this point, we could probably have a little listen to it if you wanted to. So we will do a full patch build for this. I think it's quite interesting what we got going on down here, because like obviously there's no amp modeling here. This is just taking care of chorus, reverb, and a few other things that I can click on and off as and when. I'll maybe do that at some stage in the future. This week, the JHS 424 has just been on with the Plexi. And it does sound rather lovely, doesn't it? So that is the So that's just a very short spring reverb on there, because there's literally there's nothing on there, no reverb. Quite like that about it, how basic it is. One channel, two inputs, obviously. Let's have a bit of fun. So this is with the bigger stuff now. Super cool. It is like the perfect blank canvas amp. That's what I like about it. So you can see I'm running that fairly clean, really. If you notice from the previous video, if you want to go and have a look at that, it's probably there. I definitely did not test it super clean. The reason for that was not just to have some fun and crank it in the shop, honest. The main reason that I was looking for a kind of louder, cleaner amp was because I found that the Blues Junior was just tending to crunch up a little bit too quickly at the sort of volumes I was using it with. No such problems with that guy. I think I will try at some stage the old ST, the JTM. That's the beauty, isn't it, with combos? You know, I could get the JT, could just get the other one. We're still rolling?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds amazing with the Crowther hotkeys, which is not surprising. Probably should hear that, shouldn't we? Let's do that and do that and turn everything up, shall we? Here we go. We'll come back to all that. The lesson that I've learned from all of this is that, yeah, I could have probably been more scrupulous when it comes to the reverb listing. But the reality is what happened with the purchase of this amp is what would have happened at any point before the internet when buying an amplifier. I would have gone to a shop. I would have had a look what they had in stock. I would have spent some time there. I would have tried a few things with my guitar. And if I liked it on the day, I would have bought it. And that, folks, that's exactly what happened, isn't it? There's no way that I can be annoyed and, you know, I'm certainly not taking it back. I mean, it sounds fantastic. It does exactly what I need it to. I'd certainly be interested to hear the ST20C. If you own an ST20C, let me know in the comments. That'd be a really interesting thing to chat about, I think. If you own an SV20C, let me know. Do you run it clean? I'm loving this thing clean. I know that's not an uncommon thing to run Plexis as clean amps. I mean, it seems slightly counterintuitive given how I tried it in the shop, but you know, I'm testing for the headroom so that I can have it nice and loud and full, clean. So let me know if you're a Plexi owner, if you're an SV20 owner, head or the combo. How are you running yours? Do you use an attenuator? That's, I mean, it's something that realistically I probably do need to look into. I know there's the trick with the effects loop, but you know, I don't know. You have to sell me on that. Let me know in the comments. I'll be dead interested to hear from you. And you know, don't just call me a moron. Actually, I can't say that, can I? Because everyone will just call me a moron. I'll rephrase that. It's been really interesting going on this little trip and finding out, yeah, that you own something that is unexpected, but is in its own way super cool. If you have liked this video, folks, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel and come back next Sunday for more.